yourself! From yourself!
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make them money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on Coco.
Military honor don't like no soldiers. They're scared of the law. We don't like no soldiers.
The same. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ and they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't banish no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Comandante General Johanna na ISUPK.
This is what Commander General Johanna did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
ISUPK Detroit presents under Commanding General Yohanna. ISUPK Detroit Community Service. If you're on probation or have a felony, you can fulfill your community service hours here at 12355 Gratiot Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. We offer expungement services for most felonies. We also do food drives, counseling, and health fairs. For more information, call 810-392-3261. Again, call 810-392-3261. ISUPK Detroit presents under Commanding General High. ISUPK Detroit Community Service. If you're on probation or have a felony, you can fulfill your community service hours here at 12355 Gratiot Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. We offer expungement services for most felonies. We also do food drives, counseling, and health fairs. For more information, call 810-392-3261. Again, call 810-392-3261.
Yo, this beat actually really hard.
UPK shit, South Coast shit, man. Shout out Bar Dog, Tennessee, up the business. Hey, get the money, hey. That's what the fuck going on out there, motherfucker. Hey, get the money, nigga. Taste the paper, bitch. Keep all of your morals, never slave for shit. Ice up on my wrist. Yeah, I'm hood rich. I don't give a fuck about to get pop quick. Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm in the town. Niggas talking about that G, but now they come around. You can't even come around. Yeah, I'm up, nigga. Man, fuck all of these hoes, get the buck speech. I'm a young rich nigga, I ain't tryna flex. You can tell I'm cold by the ice around my neck. Straight up VVS, I charge you, boy, you wanna test. I don't get no shot about a nigga or a bitch. Boy, I love the life I live, cause a nigga keep it real. Nigga freshly hell, take that drip, but get your spill. I ain't little flip, getting jumped up out of his. I'm a straight G-Do, getting paper like a miso. That's that South Coast stain if you tryna hang. You be catered by the bang, boy, we rip the same. Nigga tryna talk, but we rip that murder game. Get your ass pop, ain't nothing to a G. All up, bitches wanna fuck, but hell no, I don't pay no fee. Bitches leak 2G, got that ice, I make it sneeze. All these niggas limit hell, can't even come around me. Bitches South Coast, South Carolina, bitch, I'm styling, yeah.
Hell ain't no demons get control of me. No money get the best of me. No bitches getting up over me. Don't want much nigga, I'm sucker free. That's the way it gotta be. These niggas chain, these bitches chain, y'all chain to soak me. For real, this brotherhood of weapon. And bitch, we carry weapons. Y'all can rob on nigga ass, don't even need a weapon. And y'all be reputation, and y'all be well respected. And if you got a problem, then y'all better address it. You cross that line, we ain't show no mercy. Cross that line, you ain't gon' need search. You pull up and they getting up, you ain't making no move, you ain't got no purse. On ISUPK, so I ain't never worried. I'm putting them right, both of my hands dirty. For real, I learned from the OGs. I'm a young nigga, but I'm a certified priest. And I'm from Tennessee. And it's mandatory that I gotta keep my heat. You should play it safe, and we gon' play for keys. For real.
That fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, bitch, I done had enough. Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, now these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sharp, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up, I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit, I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shema Latham. That's 105th Street, Harlem, New York, way back 1909. The Shai, officer to you out of Detroit. Okay, 1969 under Commandant General have bring forth truth and bringing forth here. off. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Again, I'm Officer, Precinct Officer Thousand Mashah. You are the ISUPK Detroit. And this is Monday night, and you know what it is. It's the history class. It's the history class. Apologize if the music was a little light tonight. If it didn't come out real loud, we're going to, whatever that technical difficulty was, we're going to have our media department get on it. They're going to make sure it's going to be 100% next week. Tonight's topic, you know, I'm sitting in right now for Precinct Officer 5000 Rock. Man, Rock out of Detroit. Mighty man. He's a mighty man in the Most High. Look at here. And this is the history class. And tonight, if I could, I'm going to take a look at something that's, we don't know whether to be scared of it. We don't know if it was true. We don't know what to think about. We just don't know what to think about it, because from classroom history, you know, high school history, to what come out on TV, what comes out in the cartoons, we don't know what to think about this. Is it a myth? Joke? Is somebody just talking trash? It's called the Spanish Inquisition. Can we get with that? It's called the Spanish Inquisition. Why is that even important in America, in Detroit, in 2024? You understand? I was born in 1959. But in 2024, we're going to take a look at, if I could, the Spanish Inquisition. Why is that even important? Y'all give me 1 second. Salakia Baba Kasha. If I could, what I'm going to do, I want to switch over to, I'm looking at the broadcast, and I want to switch over to the comments, right? Because I like to be in touch with the people. Give me 1 second. Salakia, Israel. All righty, there we go. I can read whatever come in on the chat and everything, no problem. But why? Let me ask the question: why would we on the history class? Why would we bring up the Spanish Inquisition? Anybody out there that's watching, and you got a guess at why we would want to study Spanish Inquisition, go ahead and put it in the chat, in the comments. Here's why. I'm not going to hold you up. Here's why. Because the Spanish Inquisition, I'm not going to say it's the beginning of the torture of Israel, but I am freedom first. I see you. Why is the Spanish Inquisition important for Israel? We say Israel, you know, talking the true Israel. We're not talking about some fake Europeans who call themselves Jewish. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the real lost tribes of Israel. Understand? That's what we're talking about. The real lost tribes of Israel. Why would the Spanish Inquisition be important to us? Why would the Spanish Inquisition be important? We really. Why? 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 The brothers on his way in gonna really throw it out. The reason the Spanish Inquisition is the Israelites, to the true lost children, reason Spanish Inquisition is important is because it marks a time for us to show where we were, when, and who was propagating against Most High. I really, this is what's real tricky. Y'all really, y'all heathens. Y'all really thought it was about us, right? Y'all could just wipe us out and everything would be okay. But no. It's about the Most High. All we do is tell the truth. I might call or nationality snitches. Why? Because we talk to the Most High more than anybody else on the face of the earth. In fact, the Most High has nothing to do with anybody else on the face of the earth but the children of Israel. Whether they lost or whether they found, the Most High don't F with nobody but the children of Israel. Way back in, what's that, the 600s? 1800s? 1700s? Way back then, I'm going to bring up the dates in a minute. But they had a thing called the Spanish Inquisition. And now, let me tell you what it was really about. The Spanish Inquisition was only about one thing. Previously, a couple of hundred years prior to this thing, Spain found themselves conquered by a group of people called Moors, M-O-O-R-S. M-O-O-R-S, the Moors. And they particularly took over the southern region of Spain. And today, let me show you how true this is. Let me show you how true this is. You check it out for yourself. Go online. Go online. Go check it out for yourself. Go online. And look up southern Spain versus northern Spain and look at their skin complexion and their physical characteristics. You're going to find that northern Spain are closer to French, English, and Germans. Switzerland, Twits, and anybody, Irishmen, they're closer to them in complexion and physical characteristics. But if you go and look up the people of southern Spain, they look a whole lot like me. Caramel skin and all. They may not have happy hair, right? But they're a little bit darker. Why? Because a group of people who call themselves Moors took over southern Spain for over 700 years. And you know what's terrible? Those southern Spaniards are still treated as if they lock you injures. And I'm just trying not to get the page shut down. Injures. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Injures. Okay, if you don't know, let me go over here. Let me pull this scripture. Let me pull this damn scripture. People out there. When I pull this, you'll know what I'm talking about. Reason I got to say injures. I got to say injured. You know, these folks, if it hurt us, if it hurt our children, if it hurt our grandparents, all that, you know what? They don't do anything. The powers that be will not do anything to soften the blow. Oh, but when we open our mouths and say something that make their child want to go crawl in the corner and put their head down, to make them on the screen, guess what? Now we got to change the whole rule of the algorithm. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church, there was at Antioch a certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas, Simon, that were called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaim, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. Understand? Now there were at the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simon. Look what happened. Look what happened. That was called Niger. That really was called nigger. Understand? They were called niggers. First of all, let's get it straight. The reason the Spanish Inquisition got any significance is because they ran up against niggers. Niger, if I may. They ran up against some brown skin, some black skin brothers and sisters, and they lost. I don't know how many Israelites were with them, or if any Israelites were with them at all, but they lost against these people. Y'all do know Spain has not been forgiven by Europe. Y'all do understand that, right? Spain is Europe's stepchild. Because they were ruled by what they call the Moors for 700 years. You understand? Listen, now there were in the church which was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simon that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaim, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. What they're doing here is they setting the stage. They want to paint the picture what time period this was, right? Now, let's go to what I'm going to do now. And we're going to pull it all together, right? We want to go to the time of the Borgias, Borgias, and I'm going to put apostrophe on that, the Borgias, right? Let's see what they come up with. All this, it's a lot of garbage in the internet, y'all know. What is the true story of the Borgia? Listen to this. At the same time, around the same time that scripture was going on, that we just read, here's what was going on. The house of Borgia, you may hear it among Hebrew Israelites as Borgia, was a noble family of great notoriety and importance in the what? 14th century and 15th century. That's from the 1300s through the 1400s. They rose to power when Alfonso Borgia was elevated to the status of cardinal and then eventually ported. Alfonso Borgia as Pope Callistus III. Alfonso Borgia had the reputation for simony and nepotism. Y'all know we got to look that up. Y'all do know y'all may know what it is, but I'm gonna tell you, I gotta look it up. Simony. What the hell is this word called simony? Definition. This is what I love about being in the truth, because all you want is more truth. Simony, S-I-M-O-N-Y. Simony. It's a noun. Historically, it means the buying or selling. Listen. The buying or selling of ecclesiastical privileges. Holy. Can somebody tell me, if you could, on the chat line? Tell me, what is ecclesiastical privileges? Simony. Fella became pope. Say the buying or selling of ecclesiastical privileges, for example, pardons and benefice. Pardons, benefice. In other words, I'm watching the chat now. Just y'all chime in. Y'all chime in. I will acknowledge you. What is the buying and selling of ecclesiastical privileges? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Guess what we're talking about? We're talking about the history. Oh, watch this. Catholic, Pentecostal, Methodist, Baptist. What's the? I'm gonna come.
Hey, Shamala. So, 5,000 is rocking the Israelite school. You gonna do a sound check. We all the way straight and we all the way good. Right, just let me know how that sound real good or not. Bubble shot. We good on the sound? Okay, so basically, today's topic is going to be on the Spanish Inquisition today. Inquisition is going to go into article, go into actual things. We're going to go into what the Spanish Inquisition actually. Yo, test. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up this article, which is going to further explain what we're going to be talking about up here as far as the Spanish Inquisition. All right, so I had an article. This is the New World Encyclopedia. says this. It says the Spanish Inquisition was founded in 1478 by Ferdinand and Isabella to maintain Catholic orthodoxy. Okay? If anyone knows anything about Ferdinand and Isabella, those were Europeans that played a part in Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus and funded him and giving him the okay to go to America and slaughter the native Indians. But these people, these are those people right here. Okay, when you ever hear this name, Ferdinand and Isabella, these are the people who actually funded and also supported Christopher Columbus coming to America and slaughtering off the native Indians and taking over this territory. Okay. And it says in their kingdoms and was under the direct control of the Spanish monarchy. It was not definitely abolished until 1834. So that Spanish Inquisition lasted from 1478 all the way up into 1830. Right? Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat as well. If you can hear me pretty good in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. All right. Here, and I've been going in and out. So just if you could put like a 1 in the chat for me, Bubba Kasha. And here, if you're tuning in. And it says, no. All right, and it says, the Inquisition as a tribunal dealing with religious heresy had jurisdiction only over baptized Christians. During a large part of its history, however, freedom of religion did not exist in Spain or its territories. So in practice, the Inquisition had jurisdiction over all royal subjects. All right, so in Spain, there was no freedom of religion. You couldn't just walk around and, you know what I'm saying, celebrate God however you saw it or however you fit. All right, how did Spaniards look at God and how did they view the Lord? They believed in Mother Mary and Catholics, you know what I'm saying? The same religion that Catholics believe in today. That's what Spain was under. That was not how, you know what I'm saying, they really was supposed to do it. According to the Bible, and how to live according to the Bible, we were the ones doing it in Spain. Okay? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you ever want to know why Hispanics take, you know what I'm saying, being a Catholic or a Christian very serious, you're going to understand why they take it serious after you learn the Spanish Inquisition, what this actually was about. All right. So it says, so in practice, the Inquisition has jurisdiction over all royal subjects. Between 3,000 to 5,000 people died during the Inquisition's 350 years. Salakia. But debate continues about the extent and nature of atrocities committed and about the number of victims. Originally politically motivated, it aimed to use religion to foster national unity, but later became the object of Protestant anti-Catholic propaganda, which painted Spaniards as barbarians who ravaged women and sodomized young boys. It was the secular authorities that punished those found guilty. All right, actually has some more. So to really give you what really is the Spanish Inquisition, the word Inquisition means to put something into question. Right? around these times, they were questioning of how are you serving God? Because if you wasn't serving it like them, they were going to, by means of death and torture tools, they were going to make you follow and worship their God on how they worship their God.
Like y'all want about to get shot if I could.
Go ahead.
The Spanish Inquisition started around 1478 and lasted till 1834. That's about 300, if I could, 60 years. And what they did, beginning with a lot of it came around Pope Alexander the Fourth. I think that's his name, Pope Alexander the Fourth. I think his name was Borgia. It started with him, and they just tortured people until they confessed, or until they came around to what they wanted them to come around to.
Right.
That's what and here's the interesting thing about it. If we study the Inquisition and we study the true history of when it went on in Spain at that time, there was a group of people of dark skin. What do they call them?
Talking about the Moors?
The Moors. That for 700 years ruled southern Spain. From the middle of Spain all the way down, they were ruled by these dark-skinned people. And until this time when the Inquisition came along. Now they got their own power back, and now they want to expel, and most of them was called Jews. You do know that, right? In Spain, they was mostly called Jews. They wanted to expel these black Jews, get them the hell out of Spain. That's what the Inquisition was about. That's why it was so torturous.
Exactly. You got to understand and realize that who's famous for, you know what I'm saying, before they give up their culture, rather receive death. Who's famous for that? That you can read.
If I could, Adawan, I heard of a group of brothers called the Maccabees.
Right, there you go. Specific, we are the ones, the Israelites.
I want to come.
Specific, you right on point. Maccabees specifically tell you and show and tell that we would rather be unalived than to give up our culture, give in so quickly to our culture. Other thing, pictures of these Spanish Inquisition torture devices used. Okay, they had they were using like on the Jews, on the Israelites, to make us conform to Catholicism, make us conform to Christianity. All of those religions that you see today is violence behind those religions. Like, see, people, y'all looking at those religions like it's something sweet now. It was never sweet. It never started sweet. Never was nothing sweet about it. All right. Always behind these religions was torture, was murder. Okay, a lot of killing came behind, a lot of slaughtering of innocent people came behind Christianity and came behind Catholicism. Okay, so That's one thing right now I want to go in. Send it, let me send this to you real quick. Y'all could bear with me 1 second. Shall I see if you can pull that up, what I sent you on your phone? Around the time these things were happening, they were coming at Jews and Muslims. Okay? Those Jews around that time was black people, us. Okay, the real actual Jews. Not the fake Jewish. Not them. Alright? Talking about us. About us getting tortured, slaughtered with these torture devices. This is something that we went through. This is something that I say them, the Romans, Roman Empire. Okay, on these times, these were who call today the oppressor. This was their doings. Okay, so we'll try to get the. This will give you a real good insight on why we have to come back to our culture. Why our culture is so important. Also, the importance of what our ancestors went through at this time. Like the torturings you're going to see and the torture tactics that they were using on our people. We get into it, you will see why they'll say, well, believe in Catholicism. See why they take it so serious today. Went out on those streets, man. Shit, we put a noose on Mother Mary neck. Do that in front of a Hispanic person, man. Look, listen, they gonna take offense to that. Gonna take offense to it because their forefathers, you know what I'm saying, got slaughtered all the way into submission until Catholicism. Let me know when you got that up. Had that child. These things, evil things, oppressive. How do these torture? They still do today. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't dismiss all of these torture tactics. that they have, they still will use that on call that they a terrorist. If they was to catch a terrorist, they would use those torture tactics that they got. That statistically came from the oppressor. You get into the psychology of this man mind, he is don't have a heart. Coward. So one of their torture tactics is called the rack. Yep. That on can you so the audience can see this? All right, no sweat. Go ahead, read the number. Read the first torture device. Go down to the first one.
You hear me online? Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. Romanism is now regarded by Protestants.
Go down to where it say the rack. Go down.
Number one, the rack. The torture device was used often by the church in Middle Ages as a quite effective way of confession extraction.
Go on.
Torturers would strap their victims across the board, bounding them by the ankles and wrists, and then turning two wheels on each end in opposite direction of each other to the point where dislocation of every joint occurred.
So this first torture tactic was called the rack. And
Right.
they will lay you flat out on a board, man. Strap you down, strap your hands down, tie your hands up, tie your feet up. Then they had these wheel grinds where they go in the opposite direction, stretching your body. Feel me? Stretching your body limb for a limb. Right? And you wonder why Hispanics today believe in Catholicism. The good reason why these torture tactics was horrendous. This was horrifying. This was terrible. Imagine your limbs, man, just getting stretched out, all the way stretched like that. Keep on reading.
Come. This torture device was often used by the church in Middle Ages as a quite effective way of confession extraction. Torturers would strap their victims across a board, bounding them by the ankles and wrists, and then turning two wheels on each end in opposite direction of each other to the point where dislocation of every joint occurred.
Keep going.
Besides regular one, an even gruesome version of the rack with a greater like surface going under the victim's back was used for heavier offenders.
Good night.
Silaki, I want Bobka Shop. I could.
Hold on 1 second, bro. This right here ain't no joke. You gotta recognize, like the pain, the excruciating pain they putting you through right here. And they was doing this in front of everybody. They wasn't just doing this secretly. They wasn't doing this on no secret type of thing or none of that. They did this in front of the whole Broadway. They did this in front of everyone. They was out there, man, torturing people in front of everybody. Okay? This thing put fear, installed fear into people, into families because of these torture tactics. You had something, Shah?
Khan, if I could, sir. It's a grater-like surface going under the victim's back. When you think of a grater, I don't know. I'm just, my mama and them from the country. But we had this thing that mama wanted to slice up or chop down some carrots or anything like that. We called it a grater. Would take the lettuce or the carrots or the cabbages. Or cut pieces of cabbage, call it a grater. That's the exact thing they talking about here. In other words, you slide you up, food go down, it's cutting the skin off you. That's the thing that they're describing in this depiction right here. A grater, just like cabbage, grating some potatoes. You know that little box I'm talking about.
All right. Go to the next one.
Number 2, the stocks. The stocks are 2 large wooden planks used to keep victims' ankles, sometimes applied to the head and wrists also, locked in place. This was an outdoor public punishment where the subject was a victim of both the weather conditions as well as the acts of spitting, kicking, defecating, and urinating of anyone willing and present.
All right, go to the next one.
Water torture. So they use this today, otherwise. In water torture, victims' nostrils were first pinched shut. Then about 8 liters of water were forced down the victim's throat with a funnel. In some cases, boiling water or vinegar was used to inflict greater suffering. In the end, victims' stomachs would rupture.
Yeah, this right here was called that water torture. All right. So they will put a funnel in your mouth, right? Then they would put 8 liters, either is water or vinegar. It could be boiling hot water. This is something, man, that they knew that was going to make your stomach erupt. And like this right here, this is humane. This inhumane that what they're doing.
Damn right.
You feel me? In the name of Catholicism, they doing this to the Israelites. This is what they was doing to our people. This is the real reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here, I can understand why the Lord has a gruesome punishment for the oppressor at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I get and I understand the Bible. I understand why the Lord is going to avenge the Israelites. Lord is going to avenge so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. All this hell and torture that they done been through. Go ahead, Masha.
Khan. Just in case our brothers and sisters think you're joking otherwise, I would like them to look up this torture technique used at Guantanamo Bay called waterboarding. Waterboarding. It's the same thing, except for they use a towel and they run the water up your nose. It's called waterboarding. They have not stopped using this to torture so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Yeah, like I said, man, some of these torture tactics, man, they ain't stop using or still use some of these. If not all of them, for real, for real. Really want to keep it real. The diabolical man. Go to 4.
You want to go number 4, the Heretic's Fork?
Done.
Comic-Con. The simple yet effective instrument consisted of 2 metal forks set one against the other. Was to be placed under the chin of the accused on end resting just above the larynx, and the other end above the trachea. Forks forced the subject of the torture to hold his head erect at all times in order to avoid pain. Since the instrument didn't target any vital organs, suffering could last for days without the danger of the victim's death. Heretics Forks, that's what it was called. Heretics Forks was highly popular with Spanish Inquisition.
So this is another torture tactic called a heretic's fork. Basically like a belt around your neck. And then it's 2 forks that's sticking in, you know what I'm saying, up under your chin. And the other one sticking down right here near your chest. You know, so you couldn't just have your head like this. You had to have your neck like that, man. Because if you ever try to get comfortable at any given point, you know, you're going to go into some excruciating pain. You know what I'm saying? Torture break. Heresy. This torture, like I said, when you was accused of, again, this was the Inquisition, so you was brought in a question. If they found you serving or using the Bible as it's supposed to be used, there's only one people out here on the earth that does that. That is the Israelites. Israelites, the only ones that live by the Bible truly. They are the ones that live truly by the Bible. You know, so of course, I'm going to say yes. Once they found that you were not living according to their rules, when it comes to religion, they murdered you by means of death. Or they tortured you into submission. That's what they did. All right. So go back to those torture tools. What was that? What was that called again?
What number was that? Number 4, the Heretic's Fork. It was called the Heretic's Fork.
Yeah, the Heretic Fork, man. That was again one of those devices used to really have you uncomfortable. It will put you in excruciating pain for days, man, without even killing you. Without you having to die, this was something that they use effectively to make people submit. All right, you can move on. I don't even know what this next one is. You go ahead and move to 5.
You don't want to know. Here we go. Number 5, the pear. P-E-A-R. It's like the pear that you eat, but don't want to eat this. Another device favored by the Spanish Inquisition was the pear. Mostly used on female victims.
So this pear was used on females. All right, now they about to get into the details of what this thing did. Go ahead, Masha.
Avakan. The device was inserted into the subject, the female's vagina or mouth, and then expanded by twisting the screw on the outer end, lacerating and ripping the inside.
Keep going.
Torture lessons that involved, so like your torture sessions that involved the pair almost always had a fatal end.
So this was about 99% guaranteed of a fatal end when this torture device called the pair was used. This was a torture screw that would go inside of a woman's her private area, and it would expand and enlarge, and it just rip her to shreds. They either put that in her private area, or they'll put it inside her mouth. All right. This just goes to show you how much of a bastard your oppressor, the oppressor is, man. Just to try to get his way, man. These were, I call it, conquering tools. These were medieval conquering tools used to try to make us submit. You understand? It became successful with it because, again, this is what's behind your religion. This is the real level of violence and the real level of cruelty behind your religions. Go ahead, Mashai.
Okay, here's one of the saddest things about this particular device right here. Today, even today, 2024, when sisters go to, what they call them, gynecologists?
Yeah.
Do you know they have an instrument similar to this instrument that they still use to examine sisters?
Right. They still use, what was that? It was a man that was, you know what I'm saying, that was known, sadistic old bastard oppressor. He became like, they call him the father of the genital area for women.
You
feel me?
Gynecology. I know you.
Yeah, the father of gynecology. You said the perfect phrase.
Let me
Mashai, you said the perfect phrase. The father of gynecology. And the way that bastard became the father of gynecology was through torturing black women, torturing Israelite women, man, and experimenting on them just to see, you know what I'm saying,
can't run.
How do they move?
I got his ass. J. Mariam Sims. That's his name.
Christ.
Dr. J. Marion Sims.
That's what he did. All right. We're gonna go back on. We can go back on it on those tools.
So torture devices.
The water.
Okay, we using the 10. Con. Yeah, we not gonna let them escape out of the while. Then he gave us a computer. We tracked their asses down. Number 10 was Salakia. Number 6 is called the Scolds, SCOLDS, Scolds Bridle. Scolds Bridle is a metal mask with implemented mouth gag that was used mainly on women married to clergy up until the 19th century. It sounded like some dirty preachers who didn't want their wife to tell what they was up to. Scolds Bridle is a metal mask with implemented mouth gag that was used mainly on women married to clergy up until the 19th century. Clergymen who accused their wives of disregarding their decisions had the right to use the Scolds Bridle. After the mask was applied, women were walked on a leash or chain to a marked cross where they were exposed to public ridicule.
All right. Get the next one, Baba Kushah.
Number 7, the wheel. One of the most popular and cruelest torture and execution methods ever practiced is the wheel. This giant spiked wheel had to be operated by several men and was able to break literally every bone in a victim's body as it turned, causing agonizing and slow death.
Now this right here was just, you talking about something evil, for real, for real? This wheel ain't no joke. This is something they talking about, has spikes within. You know what I'm saying? And they will put your body on that wheel. Okay, and then on top of that, they gon' like this wheel right here will crush literally every single bone you had in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here, I want to just say it's demonic for real, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there is just something. Man, this is something, man. Only you have no soul if you use something like that on a person. All right, and this is what they was doing to us. I'm gonna go to the next one. And the next one is the breast ripper. Inquisition used breast rippers almost exclusively on women. Victims that were accused and condemned for adultery, heresy, witchcraft, and blasphemy were often treated with the hellish prong-like device whose main purpose was to tear breasts off the chest. Like, man, what type of stuff is this, man? Like, come on now. These things right here, crazy. Like, nah. Go ahead and get into some of these scriptures, man. These torture tactics have me mad looking at these, because I know our people had to suffer those real life pains that we reading about. Our first scripture, we're going to go into the book of Jeremiah. You're at Jeremiah 49. Actually, yeah, grab Jeremiah 49:16.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, starting at verse 16. The terribleness hath deceived thee. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee. And the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
This right here is talking about the oppressor. How do you know it's talking about the oppressor? Because of the deeds that's done in history that the oppressor have done. When the scriptures say thy terribleness have deceived thee, who have been more terrible than the oppressor?
That's right.
There's no one else on this earth, man, has been more sadistic, has been more of a coward.
That's right.
Has been more of a, not only a coward, he is worse than that when it come to him. Like when he kill, he killing for fun, like for sport.
Okay.
Like this is like a game to him. That's why the scriptures say that terribleness have deceived thee. And the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock. This right here is talking directly to the so-called Caucasians, man. Because they come from the cleft. Stand, keep going.
Come, that holdest the height of the hill.
Now, how did he get the height of the hill? Got it by conquering, by getting on top. How did he conquer? By slaughtering, by murder. You understand? By robbing and taking and stealing. That's how he got on top. Keep going.
O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle.
The Lord said, man, once you make your nest as high as the eagle, read,
I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
And the Lord said that he was going to bring him down, man. You understand? And that's what the Lord has been doing. Bringing this man down, press her all the way down. Feel me? He don't like we go into his history, because every single time we go into his history, he found out, man, his forefathers was just treacherous. He found out that his forefathers actually was a nightmare. Understand? And he don't want to have to face that. He don't want to have to face the reality of those problems and the reality of those issues. Not trying to hear that. You understand? He would rather try to do something else, or, you know what I'm saying, have you focus on something else rather than focus on the real atrocity that his people have committed. I see you on here, Mashah. Hold on. You understand? Like this devil right here, man, the Lord got something prophesied for him. All right. Keep going.
Come. Verse 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation.
Edom gonna be a desolation, man. The Edomites, Caucasians, oppressors. Lord said, in your time coming, you gonna be desolate. You may ask, why are you gonna be desolate? It's because you made a lot of people desolate. You made a lot of Israelites desolate. How did you make us desolate? By rape, rob, and murder, man. You know what I'm saying? By putting us no even playing field at all when it came to anything with you. You understand? Keep going.
Come. I don't want to come. Verse 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Verse 18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in.
Meaning what, man? After this place called the daughter of Babylon get destroyed, ain't nobody gonna be dwelling here. Nobody gonna be dwelling here because this place is gonna be on fire, man. It's gonna be under fire. Thermonuclear war is how this thing going down, man. Which we very close to. You understand? We at the end. These things, these prophecies now don't lie. These prophecies are not fake. These prophecies are very real. You understand? Revelations 17th chapter, verse 6.
This is Revelation chapter 17, beginning at verse 6. Again, Revelations chapter 17, beginning at verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
I saw what?
The woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
Who is this woman? It's talking about in Revelations. Who is this woman? Go ahead, Mashah.
Babylon, mystery religion. Babylon, ancient Egypt. Same woman.
Okay, give me a little bit more on it. You're right. This is more so specific. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just go with that. Babylon. But in more depth, this woman, man, is every institution, man, that's against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Goddamn right.
You understand?
This
This woman, man, represents the FBI, the CIA. You understand? All of the oppressors' institutions to make sure that we fall. You understand? And it said that this woman was drunken with the blood of what?
Of the saints.
Of who?
The saints.
Of the saints, man. Who is those saints? Saints is us. You understand? The saints are the Israelites. This woman is drunken with the blood of it. Meaning what? Then slaughtered so many Israelites. Then you done took so much advantage of Israelites. You understand? You didn't allow them to be no Israelites. Okay? These are the people that you slaughtered. You got blood on your hands. You understand? Blood of the saints on your hands at that.
That's right.
And then don't let me count Christ. Y'all murdered Christ. You understand? 1 second, brother. I'm gonna let you get right in. Y'all murdered Christ. Y'all murdered the disciples. You understand? Y'all murdered everybody. Like, what are y'all talking about? You understand? So like help me understand how you think your future gonna be. All this blood on your hands. Try to ignore it. Like the oppressor try to constantly ignore the blood that he shed and committed, and he do not pay attention to. He don't even care. Don't you know how we said, like, how we walk on the bone of the Native Indians? How we walk on the bone of the Native Indians, bro. Like, they don't care about that. They don't even consider us to be people in the first place to even care. But you see, they do care about when Ukraine get bombed. You see, they do care, and they go give aid to them. They go get aid to everybody except the people that actually need help. They don't give us nothing. They tell us go get it on our own. Because they don't look at us as humans in the first place. They don't look at us with humane. And a proof of that is those 250 dead bodies, man, over there in Mississippi. Feel me? That's just another topic, but keeping it real, man. Like, this is what it's really coming down to. Keep going.
With the blood of the saints and with the blood of martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Verse 7, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath 7 heads and 10 horns.
This right here, those 7 heads and those 10 horns, man, this is what this woman is talking about. All right? Those 7 heads and 10 horns, I could pull that up. You understand? There's 7 heads and 10 horns. 7 heads. It's England, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Russia, France, and Italy. You understand? That's who support those 7 heads. That's what the Bible, the scripture, and the mystery of that woman that is talking about in the scriptures. Who is in charge of these places? The oppressor. You understand? So the Bible not stupid. It ain't slipping. It ain't nothing changing. You understand? Those 10 horns is the USA, Australia, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, and Belgium. You hear me? Those them 10 horns. The Bible ain't slipping. Ain't slipping on none of its prophecy. What you got to understand, man, that it's judgment coming to America. It's judgment coming to oppressor as a whole, man. Okay, it's going to be a time where it ain't going to be fun and games in America no more. Those days are coming, surely. Them days coming in America where it's not going to be fun and games and people paying attention to all of the entertainment, all of the beautiful things that society look at. All that about to get wiped away. All those things gonna get wiped away. The Lord gonna wipe those things away for the vengeance of the Israelites. I'm trying to help you understand that, man. You understand? Go to Revelations, the 18th chapter. Go to like 18 and like 24.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18, and we're going to start at verse 24.
My bad, Salakia. I'm in Revelations 18 and 4. Salakia, brother.
Come on. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18. We're going to start at verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
That right there is the warning to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come take your spirit out of America. You got to spiritually take yourself out of this place. You got to spiritually uninvolve your place. You got to spiritually disassociate yourself with everything that America involves itself with. Take yourself out of celebrating birthdays. I know it may seem cool because everybody do it. But man, it's something bigger than just you. You understand? Stop doing that. You got to take yourself out of that. You got to take yourself out of the spirit of worshiping Christmases, Thanksgivings, all of the things, man, that America admires. You have to be anti-America. You understand? Because the Lord getting ready to destroy this place. That's a fact. All right?
Okay.
Keep reading.
Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of
her." Go to 5.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven.
The sins of the oppressor reached all the way to heaven, man. The sins, man, it's going to come back on them. And they ain't going to like what's coming to them. What they got promised coming from them for the Lord, man, it ain't funny for them. They not going to have a funny ending. They not going to have a smile on their face. Like when they was smiling when they was slaughtering the Native Indians. When they was smiling using these torture devices on the Hispanics. And using it on the Israelites in general. You feel me? It's not going to be nothing going to be funny, bruh. What's coming to them, man, is about to be death and destruction according to the Lord. You understand? We'll go to the book of Ezekiel, 5th chapter. Verse 5.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, beginning at verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
And they always hated the Israelites. Don't ever get this confused, man. Okay, Esau always hated the Israelites. That is a fact. Ain't never gonna change. All right? Martin Luther King tried to change it. It ain't never happened. You feel me? You still got black people trying to fight for it. It's never happening, man. You feel me? The Lord show and prove to you in and out, that this bastard is never gonna love you. In fact, the Bible say that he got a perpetual hatred for you.
Perpetual.
You understand? Perpetual meaning it's never gonna go away. It's never gonna end. And that's what he had for you, a perpetual hatred. Read.
Khan. And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Shed the blood of the children of the Israelites. You have murdered God's chosen people. You done murdered, you understand, according to the Lord, the best people on the planet. And you got their blood on your hands.
Khan.
Read.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Read.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Esau never knew how to stop, man. When he got us and put us in slavery, he never knew how to stop, man. He just got more greedier and more eviler. You understand? And more evil. Read.
Khan. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh.
The Lord said this, as he live, meaning what? He's saying, I put this on my very self. He said, as he live, read.
I will prepare thee unto blood.
The Lord is going to prepare you unto bloodshed, man. You understand? That's what's coming to the oppressor. Bloodshed is coming to you at the end of the day. When this is all said and done, your blood gonna get shedded, man. Your people, your whole entire nation is gonna get filled and shedded full of blood.
Khan.
Read.
And blood shall pursue thee.
And blood is gonna be pursuing you. All the bodies, all the murders and the killings that you've done, that's coming back on you tenfold. And so much that it's gonna pursue you. The Lord said, man, blood is going to pursue you, man. After me looking at those torture devices, bro, blood is going to pursue you for that. Like, what do it mean by blood coming to pursue you? It's, man, death gonna be chasing after you.
That's right.
You're gonna be trying to run and hide and build bunkers for it, and you're not going to escape. You ain't gonna escape, man. You're not.
As they sow,
Go ahead, brother.
so shall they reap, otherwise.
Damn right, man. Goddamn right. They gonna have to reap everything that they sowed because they didn't care. You should have just left the Israelites alone.
Right.
That would have been your best option and your best interest. Leave the Israelites alone, man. Let them be them. Stop trying to control them. Let them live by the Bible. That's what you could have done. But you chose to not only do that, you chose to go far. You wanted to murder. You wanted to kill innocent men and women and children and kids. You wanted to shed blood for your fun, bruh. That's what you wanted to do. Keep reading.
I will come. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee
Go to 7.
unto blood. Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
And everybody know what Mount Seir is, man. That's the home. That's the home of the Edomite. Mount Seir. It's your homeland, man. Lord said he gonna make it most desolate, though. Desolate mean it's going to be empty. It's gonna be like a wasteland. That's what desolate mean. That's what's coming for you. Lifeless. Keep reading.
Come. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
The Lord is going to cut you off. At the end of the day, for all of these things you felt like you got away with, man, at the end of the day, your children going to suffer and get cut off. They ain't cut off, fam. I ain't calling you fam, but like, you going to get cut off. That's what's coming. That's what's coming, man. Keep going.
I will come. Verse 8, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
All of the slain, think about all the slain men you killed my family. You understand? Think about all the slain men you done killed. The Lord said he gonna make sure your people be slain. He gonna make sure your homeland and your mountains is gonna be full of slain men. And guess what? You building those bunkers out there in those mountains. We know about the bunker all the way out there in Maryland. You understand, where Donald Trump, the president, come through at. You understand? Listen, the Lord, man, is gonna wipe that out. Gonna wipe y'all out. Y'all gonna be dead bodies in there. Save the Lord. Y'all don't be looking at me saying like I'm saying this. I'm reading the Bible to you. You understand? Keep going.
And I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers.
Not only you going to be slain in your mountains, you're going to be slain in your hills and in your valleys and in your rivers. Y'all all going to fall, bro. Y'all all going to fall and die. Save the Lord righteously.
That's right.
You don't know how to stop being a murderer. You don't know how to stop taking and being a thief. You don't know how to be creative.
That's right.
You don't have creativity. You don't. You murder and you copy and you take. You understand? Like, Lord, this is your judgment. This is your fate, Esau.
I will come.
It's your fate, man. This is what you chose in life. Keep going.
I will come. So they fall that are slain with the sword. Verse 9. I will make thee perpetual desolation.
Golly, the Lord, he's still not done telling you your fate. Are you realizing these scriptures? Lord ain't even nowhere near done. He keeps saying how much that he's going to. The Lord said, I will make thee perpetual desolations. Meaning it's going to be ongoing desolation for you, man. Golly. Talking about a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth for real?
Forever,
that really is Esau.
I will come.
That really is you.
So like the other one.
Go ahead, brother.
Perpetual means forever.
Yes.
Forever desolation. Is that what he said?
That's what God said. That's what the Most High said. Keep going.
And thy cities shall not return.
Your city's never going to return, bro. Once this get taken and invaded by Christ and the angels, America, you ain't going to never see it no more. Not going to see Russia no more. You're not going to see none of these countries, England no more. Italy, never again. Rome, never again. You never seeing none of these places come back up ever again. Ever again, bro. Ever again. That's what the Lord's saying right here. He ain't gonna never be able to return. Keep going.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
You're gonna know that the Lord, man, did this. You're gonna lose all of that power that you think you got. All those fire missiles, all those bombs you got, all the nukes you got, all the wealth you got. Lord gonna make that disappear, and you gonna know it came from the. You gonna know the Lord was against you. Y'all sitting here and thinking like, like I'm saying the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Saying that God is against you. The Lord saying He against you, man. You gonna know He against you when He destroy you, and He absolutely obliviate your whole entire race. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Verse 11. Therefore,
You hear that? You hear the arrogance of Esau? Esau arrogance, man. He feel that he God. That's how Esau feel. He feel that he's God. He feel that he's the one that's supposed to be worshipped. You feel me? Esau all in his head, bruh.
come.
You understand? That being said, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get ready and close. We're gonna be back on it nice, tight, and strong, man. Every Monday from 7 to 9. We're gonna be tuning in every single Monday. History class. I have Precinct Officer 1000 Mashah come up here and read the security.
ISU Mind you. Right? Mind you. Right? Everybody stop. Stop.